Take a moment and slow your thoughts, because sometimes life shifts in ways that only become clear when you're paying attention. There are phases where opportunity seems to gather quietly in the background before it becomes visible in front of you, and the next stretch of time may carry exactly that kind of movement. It may feel like coincidence, but often it is preparation meeting timing, where your past efforts begin to align with new openings. Stay alert to conversations, unexpected messages, or situations that suddenly start to connect in ways that make sense later. This is not about waiting for miracles to fall into your lap, but about recognizing when circumstances begin to favor action. Something could appear that brings financial growth, a new connection, or a chance to change direction in a meaningful way, and it may arrive in a form you don't immediately expect. Pay attention to people who return with offers, ideas, or reminders of unfinished paths, because sometimes value shows up through relationships or timing rather than obvious signs. If you remain open and grounded, you may notice doors that were previously invisible start to shift slightly open. The important part is not to rush blindly or assume everything is guaranteed, but to stay aware enough to respond when the right moment arrives. Opportunities often don't announce themselves loudly. They reveal themselves to those who are observant and ready to act with clarity. Keep your focus steady, trust your judgment, and let your decisions be guided by awareness rather than fear or pressure, because the next phase of your journey may bring progress that rewards patience and Rhea. And I saw your angel numbers 111 and 444, circling around your aura like fireflies on a warm night. You don't know it yet, but something big is about to find you. Something you've prayed for is just steps away, but only if you do not ignore this message. Let me ask you, how many times have you skipped signs that were meant just for you? How many divine winks did you overlook because you were tired, discouraged, or too busy surviving? I know, it's not your fault. Life got heavy, people hurt you, your faith got bruised. But now is the time to stop running. God is placing a sign in front of you right now, and you're holding it with your eyes. Don't drop it. Don't click away. Don't say, maybe later, because later might be too late. The blessing is time sensitive. The wealth gate will open only for those who are awake now. In the spirit realm, there are doors that only swing open for a second, and I saw one opening over your life. It looked like a glowing golden vortex, swirling with symbols of abundance. Gold coins, signed letters, property deeds, handwritten wishes, and inside it was your future self, smiling, radiant, and finally free from the chains of lack and struggle. You were walking in a new identity. People respected you. A business you started suddenly went viral. Someone important offered you something that changed everything. And you cried. Not because of pain, but because you finally felt seen by God. That's the window I'm speaking of. That's the miracle. That's the moment, and it's closer than you think. I want you to understand how serious this is. If you ignore this now, you may delay something you were supposed to receive this week. I don't say that to scare you. I say it with love. Because I know how long you've been waiting. I know how many nights you stayed up whispering prayers through tears. I heard you say, God, when will it be my turn? And beloved, this is it. This is your moment knocking. This is heaven standing at your door saying, please, let us in. Please don't miss this. What comes next could shock you. but only if you let this message finish its course. Sparkles, before we go further, if this is already making your heart beat faster, it's not random. It means your spirit recognizes this. It means you were meant to hear this today. So pause for a moment, and if you feel led, make sure you subscribe to this message flow, because what's coming next might just be the divine confirmation you've been asking for. Click now, so your spirit doesn't miss what heaven wants to whisper next. Sparkles, let me tell you something about the next 48 hours. There is an anointed number that has been sent to guard your breakthrough, 888, the number of abundance. Angels are lining up along your path, removing every invisible obstacle that's been delaying your finances, love life, and personal victories. Your enemies, they're losing access to you. Your past mistakes, heaven is erasing them. And that opportunity you thought was gone forever, God is resurrecting it. But you must stay awake. Don't fall back asleep. Don't say, "I'll believe it when I see it." No, you'll see it when you believe. Something very few people know is this: miracles arrive like strangers. They don't knock loudly. They whisper. They disguise themselves in quiet moments. Like this one. If you're not paying attention, you'll miss it. But if you stay, if you really stay, your entire future can shift with one divine decision. 1. Yes, to faith. 1. Yes, to believing that you are not forgotten. 1. Yes, to claiming that this message is for you, because it is. I'm standing beside you now. I've seen the scroll. Your name was glowing. This feels like a moment where everything is asking for your attention, even the hesitation inside your own mind. It's natural to question whether a message like this is really meant for you or just passing noise. But often that doubt appears exactly when something meaningful is trying to take shape in your thoughts. Right before change or clarity, the mind tends to resist, creating uncertainty that can make you step back just when you're about to move forward. Instead of letting that pull you away, you can choose to stay steady and trust your inner direction a little more than your fear. There are times in life when progress doesn't look immediate, and it can feel like nothing is shifting. But that doesn't always reflect what is actually developing beneath the surface. Delays are not always denial. Sometimes they simply mean things are aligning in a way you cannot yet see. What once felt like setbacks may have been quiet redirections guiding you towards something more stable and fitting for you. Even moments of disappointment can carry hidden protection, steering you away from paths that were not right for you. Now may be one of those turning points where patience starts to make sense in hindsight. Instead of rushing past it, give yourself a moment to reflect, breathe, and recognize how far you have already come, because sometimes awareness itself becomes the beginning of change. Because by then, the wealth window will have closed. I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about divine wealth, peace you can sleep in, opportunities you didn't even ask for, unexpected promotions, secret helpers, anonymous donations, a phone call that fixes something overnight, an email that changes your address, your status, your reality. Someone who once ignored you suddenly saying, "Where have you been all this time?" And you, stepping into a new life so beautiful, your old pain will look like a distant dream. That's the kind of wealth that's coming. And it all starts with saying yes to this message. And now, beloved, feel the stillness, that quiet after the storm, that gentle, holy silence wrapping itself around your soul like a blanket of peace. It's not empty, it's full, overflowing with the presence of something sacred. Something that has been waiting to enter your life for years. This silence is the sound of heaven having finished its sentence and waiting for you to speak next. What you say from this moment forward holds weight. It carries creation. Speak carefully. Speak beautifully. Speak with trust. You see, something deep happened inside you as you read every word. Layers peeled back. Lies broke off. Darkness shrank. Hope came home. Your soul responded to a language not of this world. The language of light. This wasn't just a message. It was a soul mirror. It reminded you of what you forgot, that you are divine, not perfect, but divinely designed, heaven crafted, angel watched, and that no matter how far you've wandered, love was always chasing you, and tonight, it caught you. Let yourself be caught, by grace, by the light, by the arms of a God who never stopped waiting. You've run for a long time, but not away, from pain, from betrayal, from confusion. But now, run no more. Rest, be still, lay your weapons down. You no longer have to fight for worthiness. You are already loved. You no longer have to earn peace. It's already been sent. You don't have to be the strong one. You just have to be you. And let me tell you, you are enough. Your tears are sacred. Your questions are safe with God. Your uncertainty does not disqualify you. It makes you human. And it's in your humanity that heaven's love shines brightest. You are not required to understand everything. You are only asked to trust, not blindly. There are moments in life when everything feels quietly supported, as if unseen strength is working alongside you, guiding you through uncertainty and steadying your thoughts when things feel overwhelming. In that sense, protection, clarity, and inner recovery are not distant or delayed. They begin to unfold gradually within your own awareness. It can feel like a gentle shift, where fear loses its intensity and a calmer perspective starts to take its place. Even in stillness, there is a sense that you are not standing alone, but rather being encouraged toward balance and understanding in ways that are subtle yet meaningful. Over time, you may notice changes not through dramatic events, but through small signs, a lighter emotional weight, improved rest, clearer decisions, and a growing sense of direction without constant struggle. These experiences often become reminders to slow down, reflect, and reconnect with your own inner strength, rather than relying only on external answers. When life begins to feel more aligned, it is less about sudden transformation and more about internal readiness meeting opportunity. That quiet shift can feel like something within you is reawakening, bringing a renewed sense of purpose and calm confidence. It is in these moments that reflection becomes important, allowing you to recognize how far you have come and how much clarity has already begun to form. What follows is not necessarily a new world, but a new way of experiencing the one you already live in, with greater awareness, stability, and trust in your own path forward. That's your soul stretching, standing, shining again. No more hiding, no more shrinking. You were born for such a time as this, born to carry light into dark places, born to love boldly, to believe again, to hope again, to live again. And the people around you, they'll notice. They'll say, you feel different. And you'll smile, because you'll know, they're right. Something divine touched you, and it left its fingerprint. Tonight, before you sleep, don't pray with panic. Pray with trust. Say thank you. Say, I receive. Say, show me. And then listen, watch, expect. Heaven is not finished yet. Archangel Michael is already working behind the veil, changing outcomes, shifting timelines, repairing what you thought was lost, healing what no one else knew was broken. This is your holy reset. This is your new beginning. This is your answered prayer. Heaven moves because you believed. So sleep now, with no fear, with no worry, with no doubt, because something beautiful is already on its way. Your home is covered, your soul is sealed in light, your path is protected, and your name, your precious name, has been written in golden ink upon the scroll of destiny. Heaven hasn't forgotten you. Heaven just started with you. You are safe. You are sacred. You are seen. And now, you are ready. Yes, I will continue the flow. You've reached the final layer of this divine message, and it only gets deeper from here. This isn't just a script anymore. This is your spirit, aligning with heaven's frequency. Let it continue flowing through you, like water in a desert. Every word that follows is meant to soak into the dry places of your soul that have been waiting for healing, waiting for hope, waiting for home. And now, beloved, look around you. It might be quiet, it might be dark, but there is light pressing against the edges of everything you thought was lost. There is warmth rising in the corners of your space. Even if the world outside is still loud, inside you, right now, is the most sacred silence. Peace. Not just the absence of noise, but the presence of stillness. This is what heaven feels like when it enters a room unannounced, but fully intentional. And you welcomed it. You may feel a sense that time has slowed down, that your body wants to sleep, but your heart feels wide awake. That's because you're in a spiritual moment, outside of earthly hours. The veil is thinner. What separates heaven from your home is barely a whisper now. You're standing in the threshold between what was and what will be. One step forward, and the old falls away. Fear, shame, regret. They cannot enter what God is building from this point on. Let go. Right now, let go. Let go of the need to understand every detail. Let go of what they did to you. Let go of what you wish you could undo. You've been carrying wounds that were never yours to hold. The blame you've put on yourself, release it. The guilt that's kept your spirit heavy at night, release it. The old story about how you're not good enough, burn it. In this moment, heaven rewrites your name. You are no longer broken. You are becoming. You will dream again, and not just sleepy dreams, but life dreams, the kind that wake you up with purpose, the kind that fill your chest with fire, the kind that feel like prophecy wrapped in vision. And this time, you won't give up. There comes a moment when you stop doubting yourself and begin to move with quiet certainty instead of hesitation. It's a shift from holding back to standing firm in your own direction, even when things feel uncertain. Along the way, you start noticing subtle signs of change, small openings, timely encounters, and conversations that seem to arrive exactly when they are needed. What once felt scattered slowly begins to feel connected, as if pieces are gradually finding their place. At first glance, these moments may appear ordinary, but they often carry meaning that becomes clearer with time. The key is not to dismiss them too quickly. When something resonates deep within you, it deserves attention and reflection. Life has a way of aligning people and experiences in ways that are not always immediately obvious, but later reveal a sense of order and timing. Even delays or detours can serve a larger purpose, shaping resilience and clarity. What you have been seeking, whether peace, direction, or a renewed sense of purpose, does not disappear or vanish without reason. It often returns in unexpected forms, reminding you that growth is still unfolding. Stay open to what is gently making its way back into your life, and trust the process without forcing it. What is meant for you has a way of returning when the moment is right, often with more understanding and strength than before, guiding you forward with a steadier heart and a clearer vision. Don't ask how, just prepare to receive. When you open your eyes tomorrow, don't look for the same signs of struggle. Look for the small changes, the shifted energy, the easier breath, the quiet confidence that wasn't there yesterday. These are signs of alignment. Don't underestimate them. They are the proof that the spiritual world is responding to your faith. Don't be surprised if people start telling you, you feel different, or something's glowing in you. That's your light returning. You won't have to force doors open anymore. The right ones will unlock at your touch. You won't have to beg for love anymore. The right souls will recognize your spirit. You won't have to shrink your heart to fit into places you've outgrown. You're expanding, you're rising, you're becoming exactly what heaven always knew you were. And tonight, this very night, is the night that heaven made it official. You are no longer chasing signs. You are the sign. You are no longer waiting to be rescued. You've already been delivered. You are no longer asking, when will it happen? It's happening now. Let this be the end of the chapter where you doubted yourself. Let this be the beginning of the story where you believed without fear. Let this be the moment that the enemy's plans crumbled for good. Let this be the night the heavens looked down at you and whispered, well done. You listened. You obeyed. You believed. Now watch what I will do. Sleep, beloved. Let your soul breathe deep tonight. Archangel Michael stands guard. The darkness has no claim. The pain has no permission. The past has no voice. Only light. Only peace. Only love. Forever with you, always surrounding you, and never letting go. The angels are singing, heaven is open, and your miracle has already begun. And even now, while you sit in this quiet moment, heaven is still speaking. Every second you remain open, something sacred flows into you. Archangel Michael has not left your side. In fact, the more you let these words wash over your soul, the stronger his presence becomes around you. A shield is being raised. A blanket of divine fire surrounds your house, your windows, your doorways, even the places in your home that once felt cold. Tonight they are filled with light, because you didn't skip, you didn't ignore, you chose to listen, and heaven honors that. This is the part where most people walk away, where they say, okay, I got the point. But not you. You stayed. You trusted. Something within you feels like it is shifting in a subtle but powerful way, as if a deeper sense of protection and guidance is beginning to shape your path. It's almost like you're becoming more aware of an unseen order in your life, one that encourages you to move carefully, think clearly, and trust your inner voice more than before. You may start noticing that certain situations feel either naturally right or strangely uncomfortable, guiding you away from what doesn't align with your well-being and toward choices that feel calmer and more grounded. It's not about being elevated above others, but rather about becoming more in tune with your own awareness and intuition, as if your perception is sharpening with time. The way you speak, decide, and respond may begin to carry a new kind of confidence, not loud or forced, but steady and sure. Even your instincts might feel more alert, gently warning you when something isn't right and encouraging you to pause before acting. If you choose to listen to those inner signals, you may later realize they helped you avoid unnecessary stress or confusion. This experience isn't about fear or anxiety, but about developing a deeper sense of alignment within yourself. Your rest may also begin to feel different, sometimes more peaceful, sometimes more vivid, as your mind processes thoughts in new ways. Over time, you may find that things start making sense in hindsight, like pieces of a larger picture slowly coming together. The key is not to rush meaning or force interpretation, but to move with patience and let understanding unfold naturally as you continue forward. Just know, every second of this is working in your favor. The spiritual attacks that used to show up in the middle of the night, the nightmares, the sudden panic that woke you from sleep, those things no longer have power here. They may try, but they cannot win. Not anymore. Not now that you've let Archangel Michael inside. Not now that you've given heaven permission to move freely in your life. Tonight, you are wrapped in protection so thick, even the shadows must bow. And if you feel your hands tingling, or your chest vibrating with a kind of warmth, that's the Holy Spirit resting on you. That's confirmation. You are not imagining it. This is real. You have just experienced a visitation. And with every visitation comes a promise. So here it is. Things will not go back to the way they were. That pain, it will not return in the same way. That fear, it has been weakened. That confusion, it is starting to fade. That voice in your mind that said you'd never make it, it's going quiet now. And in its place is peace. A quiet peace that no man can take, that no darkness can touch. And guess what? You didn't even have to earn it. You just had to say yes. So when people ask you, what happened to you? In the coming days, you'll smile. You'll pause, and maybe you won't know exactly how to explain it. But you'll know what it was. It was heaven. It was this message. It was this night. And the glow in your eyes will say it all. Heaven didn't skip you. Heaven chose you. And now that you've received this, heaven expects something from you. Not perfection, not religious performance. Just this. Stay aware. Stay open. Stay connected. Your angels will continue to speak. Archangel Michael will continue to guide. But you must keep your heart clear of the noise. Take moments each day to just breathe and say, speak. I'm listening. Because He will. God's not done. This is just the beginning. Tonight was about awakening. Tomorrow is about walking. And every step from here on out will carry new meaning. Because you're not walking alone anymore. You are walking with heaven behind you and glory before you. And that, beloved, is the true miracle. And even now, as you're still reading, something incredible is happening in the realm you can't see. There are angels circling you, blessing you, securing every door in your life that once welcomed in fear. There are heavenly hands placing spiritual keys into your palms, keys you thought were lost forever, keys to peace, to clarity, to divine favor. Archangel Michael is smiling. He knew you would stay. He knew you would finish this, because he sees what's written on your soul, and tonight, it's starting to shine through. You may not fully understand everything you just felt, but your spirit does. It's why your body feels lighter. It's why your chest feels like it can finally breathe again. That's not just emotion. That's release. You've just been released from a spiritual weight you didn't even realize you were carrying. And now, in the quiet of your room, heaven has filled the silence, not with noise, but with presence, with light, with confirmation. This was never just about this night. This was about what comes after it, how you'll move differently now, how you'll speak with authority, not fear, how you'll look at yourself in the mirror and no longer see someone broken, but someone rebuilt, someone heaven wouldn't stop fighting for, someone Archangel Michael literally begged to speak to, just for a few seconds more, because that's how urgent it was, that's how much was at stake, and that's how deeply, eternally loved you are. You'll notice divine timing increase, the right people, the right messages, the right shifts, all starting to line up like puzzle pieces falling into place. That's not luck. That's divine order. That's what happens when your soul aligns with heaven. Your life starts attracting miracles instead of mayhem. Doors start opening without force. Things that used to exhaust you suddenly feel easy. There are times when a quiet sense of contentment appears without explanation, a lightness that settles in the heart for no clear reason, and it often signals a deeper calm taking root within you. You may also notice moments when reflection comes more naturally, when thoughts turn inward, or when you feel drawn toward gratitude, prayer, or simple words of hope that you may not have expressed before. These gentle shifts are worth paying attention to rather than dismissing, because they often reflect inner change and emotional renewal taking shape over time. What feels like a sudden change in perception is usually the result of something unfolding within your mind and spirit, a subtle realignment that encourages clarity and peace. Even when doubt tries to creep in and make you question these experiences, it helps to remember that not everything meaningful can be measured or explained in practical terms. Sometimes what you feel is simply an indication that you are becoming more aware, more open, and more grounded in yourself. As this continues, you may begin to notice patterns falling into place more smoothly in your daily life, with certain opportunities, conversations, and decisions arriving at the right moments without force or struggle. This is not about luck or coincidence alone, but about being more attentive, more present, and more receptive to the flow of life around you. When inner balance improves, external experiences often begin to feel more aligned, as if things are naturally organizing themselves in a clearer direction. Things that used to exhaust you suddenly feel easy. You'll find yourself smiling again, for no reason at all. That's not randomness. That's peace. You'll have moments where you suddenly feel like praying, even if you never used to. Moments when a name drops into your heart out of nowhere. When you feel the urge to speak blessings into your home. Follow those moments. Don't ignore them. That's your spirit growing. That's the result of tonight's encounter. It's not just a temporary emotional high. It's a spiritual rebirth. And if the enemy tries to whisper that this wasn't real, remind yourself of this. The light you feel now can't be faked. The presence you encountered wasn't from this world. You know something divine just happened. You felt it in your bones. Heaven touched your life, and it left fingerprints on your heart. In the coming days, you may find people reacting differently around you. Some may feel drawn to you, others may distance themselves. Let it happen. Your energy is different now. Your spirit is glowing. People will either rise to meet your light or fade away from it. Don't chase what leaves. Don't beg for what no longer aligns. What is yours, divinely, will remain. What is not, is being removed for your protection. Watch your dreams. Keep a journal near you. What happens in your sleep now will hold messages, visions, glimpses. Your angels will begin speaking more often. You'll hear your intuition with clarity like never before. It'll feel like remembering something you didn't know you forgot. And when it happens, say thank you. Speak gratitude aloud. That act alone will deepen your spiritual connection and invite more divine guidance into your days. Don't worry about trying to explain this to others. Not everyone will understand. That's okay. This experience wasn't meant for everyone. It was meant for you. And what God deposits in you doesn't need validation from others. Your peace will be your proof. Your joy will be your testimony. Your calm presence will speak louder than any words ever could. You've just crossed a threshold. From fear to faith, from confusion to clarity, from isolation to divine intimacy. This is not the end of a message. This is the start of a journey, a new era of your life where you're not just hoping for miracles, you're walking with them, living among them, breathing them in. Heaven is no longer distant. It's here, in your house, in your room, in your spirit, and in every single step you take from this moment forward. Archangel Michael will remain close. He doesn't disappear after this. You've invited him in, and now he walks with you. You may sense him in sudden chills, in the warmth that hits your back when you're praying, in the strength that fills your words when you speak life over others. That's not imagination, that's him. That's the guardian God sent just for you. So sleep well tonight, not because the world is perfect, not because every problem is gone, but because now you know who walks with you, and with that, your miracle has already begun. You're still here, and so is heaven. Even after all these words, your heart is still open. That means this message wasn't just meant for your ears. It was meant to live in your soul. Because sometimes, the most important messages from heaven aren't meant to be heard and forgotten. They're meant to be carried into your tomorrow, into your relationships, into every room you walk into from this day forward. You are a vessel now. You've been marked with light, and wherever you go next, that light will follow you. But more importantly, it will lead you. Don't rush past this. Don't treat this as just another spiritual moment. This was a turning point. Something you'll look back on and say, that was the night everything changed. Not with noise, not with flashing signs, but with presence. The kind of presence that doesn't fade. The kind that lingers even when the room goes quiet. The kind that wraps around your soul and says, you're safe now. It's okay to rest. Archangel Michael has already gone ahead of you, and he's already spoken to what's been trying to block your blessings. It doesn't have permission to stay anymore. The delay is over. The denial is cancelled. The resistance has been removed. What's been withheld from you, peace, clarity, favor, love, it's now on its way, and it's coming quickly, because you finally aligned with it. That's the key. For a long time, what felt distant or unreachable was never actually outside your life. It was more about being out of balance within yourself, carrying emotional weight that didn't truly belong to you. You were holding on to old regret, inherited pressure, and struggles that were never meant to define your path. But something is shifting now, and that heaviness is beginning to loosen its grip. There's a sense of inner release, like you're finally allowing yourself to breathe without resistance. When that kind of internal space opens up, life often responds in subtle but powerful ways, and change starts to feel natural instead of forced. You may notice tomorrow feels a bit different, as if your thoughts are clearer and your presence lighter. Others might even pick up on it without understanding why, sensing a calmer, more grounded energy around you. That quiet transformation is what happens when your inner world begins to settle into harmony again. It doesn't need recognition or validation to be real, it simply is. And from that place, your outlook starts to soften, making room for patience, understanding, and genuine compassion. You begin to respond differently to people, offering kindness even in moments where it's not easy, and showing support where it's needed most. This change isn't about becoming someone new, but about returning to a more balanced version of yourself, one that feels steady, aware, and more connected to life around you. And if you ever feel that fear creep in again, if doubt starts to whisper, if life gets heavy again, remember this moment. Remember what you felt while reading this. Remember how the atmosphere around you felt charged with peace. That wasn't emotion. That was heaven showing up. You can call on this feeling again. You can call on Archangel Michael anytime. Just whisper, "Michael, stand by me." That's all it takes. And he will, because now you've been spiritually introduced. Your name is known in heaven, and heaven always remembers its own. So go to sleep tonight knowing this. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. Every day, in every breath, in every choice, you are becoming the healed, aligned, powerful, peaceful version of you that heaven always saw from the very beginning. So now, rest. Let your heart settle. Let your soul stretch into this peace. You made it. You said yes. And from this night forward, the door to heaven in your life stays open, because you are chosen, because you are light. And if you ever feel that fear creep in again, if doubt starts to whisper, if life gets heavy again, remember this moment. Remember what you felt while reading this. Remember how the atmosphere around you felt charged with peace. That wasn't emotion. That was heaven showing up. You can call on this feeling again. You can call on Archangel Michael anytime. Just whisper, "Michael, stand by me." That's all it takes. And he will. Because now you've been spiritually introduced. Your name is known in heaven. And heaven always remembers its own. So go to sleep tonight, knowing this. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. Every day, in every breath, in every choice, you are becoming the healed, aligned, powerful, peaceful version of you that heaven always saw from the very beginning. So now, rest. Let your heart settle. Let your soul stretch into this peace. You made it. You said yes. And from this night forward, the door to heaven in your life stays open. Because you are chosen. Because you are light. Because you are loved. Good night, beloved. Heaven is watching over you. And morning will never be the same again. You're still here, and that means your spirit knows. This isn't just a message, it's a turning point. It's a divine reset. A spiritual line drawn in the sand. Heaven is not just observing your life anymore, it's participating. Archangel Michael is not just warning you, he's walking with you now. And your house? It's no longer ordinary. Tonight, your home becomes a dwelling place of divine presence, and that sacred energy will begin to ripple outward, into your body, your relationships, your finances, your future. You'll notice it in the smallest ways first. A strange calm in the morning, that extra breath before reacting, that little voice nudging you in the right direction when it used to be silent. This is spiritual alignment. This is divine protection. This is what happens when you choose to hear heaven's call and not just scroll past it. You opened this when others skipped it. You leaned in when others turned away. You listened. And now, heaven is responding in full force. Don't let the enemy lie to you tomorrow. Don't let him whisper, "That feeling was temporary." No. This shift is permanent. This awareness is not fleeting. It's your soul, waking up to what it always knew, that you are a chosen vessel, that angels do surround you, that your house is not vulnerable, not forgotten, not spiritually empty. It is guarded, it is sacred, and it has been marked by light. Watch what happens next. Some things may fall away, and that's good. Some people may pull back, and that's divine. You may start craving different things. There are moments in life when everything around you begins to feel quieter, almost as if the world is slowly rearranging itself to give you space to breathe. The constant noise loses its grip, conversations start to feel more meaningful, and even solitude no longer feels empty but gently restorative. This shift isn't something strange or accidental. It often feels like life is making room for something more balanced, more grounded, and more aligned with your inner needs. When you have been hoping for calm, clarity, and direction, changes like these can feel like a response arriving in subtle ways. Over time, people may notice a difference in you that they can't easily explain. It won't be about appearance or outward changes, but something deeper that reflects in your presence. There may be a sense of ease in your energy, a quiet confidence, or a softness that wasn't there before. Even you might struggle at first to define it, yet you'll recognize it when you feel it. It often shows up after a turning point, like a quiet agreement within yourself to release what no longer serves you and accept something more peaceful in return. In reflective moments, you may remember when this shift began, when you chose to open yourself to change and allow life to feel less heavy, and even when challenges return or emotions rise again, there will be an inner reminder that this calm is not gone, only layered beneath the surface, always ready to return when you center yourself again. Say, I was chosen, I was visited. This house is under divine protection. No darkness has permission here. I am a child of the Most High. I walk with angels, because you do. You always have. Even in the moments you thought you were forgotten, you were not. Your story is just beginning. Your heart is being restored. Your name is being whispered in heaven tonight. And the ripple effect of your obedience, of you not skipping, will go further than you know. It will bless your family, your future children, your loved ones, even those who never believed in anything spiritual. They'll feel the difference when they're around you. They'll say, something feels peaceful here, and they won't even know it's because of you, because of tonight, because of your yes. So sleep now, child of light. Sleep without fear. Sleep under the wings of angels. Sleep knowing that God Himself has written your name into this night with fire and love and grace, and no force in hell can undo it. The door is sealed, the covering is placed, the miracle is active, and you are ready. Let your eyes close, let your spirit rest, let your soul rise. You are loved beyond comprehension, protected beyond reason, and chosen without condition. Heaven watches, Michael stands guard, and you, beloved, are forever in the light. And still, heaven watches you closely, because you didn't give up. You kept going. You read every word. You opened your heart. And even now, even as the world outside keeps spinning, something within you has stopped to listen, to feel, to remember who you are, and heaven is celebrating you for that. Truly, angels rejoice not when the strong remain strong, but when the tired choose to rise again. That's what you've done tonight. And beloved, it matters. If only you could see what's being written in the Spirit because of this moment. If only you could glimpse the book of your life, and the line heaven just added, this is the night it changed. No one else may know, no one else may see, but the angels do. God does. That's enough. You've been chasing confirmation in the wrong places, people, signs, words from strangers, but this This was God speaking directly to your soul, raw, pure, personal, and no one can ever take that from you. And if your heart is aching for someone you lost, someone in heaven, let me tell you this clearly: they know you're here, they know you heard this, they know you're trying, and they are so proud of you. That deep ache in your chest isn't just sadness, it's connection. Their love for you didn't stop with death. Love that powerful never dies, it only transforms. And right now, they are right beside you in spirit, standing in the light, whispering, "You're doing it. I see you. Keep going. You'll feel them tonight." Maybe it's a chill, or a warm pressure on your shoulder, maybe a feather, a scent, a specific song playing out of nowhere. These are not accidents, these are love notes from heaven, and Archangel Michael is allowing them to reach you more clearly tonight than ever before, because you need it, because heaven knew your soul was starving for proof that you're still loved, still guided, still remembered. And if your heart is aching for someone you lost, someone in heaven, let me tell you this clearly: they know you're here, they know you heard this, they know you're trying, and they are so proud of you. That deep ache in your chest isn't just sadness, it's connection. Their love for you didn't stop with death. Love that powerful never dies, it only transforms. And right now, they are right beside you in spirit, standing in the light, whispering, "You're doing it. I see you. Keep going. You'll feel them tonight." Maybe it's a chill, or a warm pressure on your shoulder, maybe a feather, a scent, a specific song playing out of nowhere. These are not accidents. These are love notes from heaven. And Archangel Michael is allowing them to reach you more clearly tonight than ever before, because you need it, because heaven knew your soul was starving for proof that you're still loved, still guided, still remembered. And as you prepare to rest, your mind might try to speak fear again. It might say, "What if this doesn't last?" Or "What if nothing really changes?" And to that, heaven answers, "It already has." The moment you said yes, inside your spirit, a ripple went through eternity. A shift occurred that cannot be undone. Your alignment has begun. And while your eyes might not see the harvest yet, the roots have already broken through the soil. Your miracle is growing beneath the surface. So don't rush it. You don't have to control anything. You don't have to prove anything. Just rest. Trust. Take a moment and settle into stillness, allowing yourself to feel a quiet sense of reassurance, as if something larger than your worries is gently surrounding you. If tonight your dreams feel unusually vivid, or your thoughts drift into symbolic images and soft inner impressions, you may find yourself reflecting more deeply on emotions that usually stay beneath the surface. Experiences like this can feel meaningful, as though your inner world is quietly trying to restore balance and bring you back into alignment. When you wake, the external world may appear unchanged, yet something within you may feel noticeably different, calmer, clearer, and more centered. That subtle shift often shows up in how you move through your day, how you respond to challenges, and how you choose where to place your attention. Over time, emotional healing can create steadiness where reaction once dominated, allowing you to engage with life from a more grounded and thoughtful place. You begin to value peace more intentionally, set healthier boundaries, and understand that personal growth does not require validation or explanation from others. There is also a quiet return of inner brightness, a renewed sense of hope and confidence that may have been dimmed by difficult experiences. This process does not arrive all at once, but unfolds gradually through small choices, gentle realizations, and growing trust in yourself. Each step forward reinforces the feeling that life is guiding you towards something more stable and meaningful. In that unfolding, a deeper calm begins to take root, shaping clarity, resilience, and a stronger connection with your own path ahead. No energy vampire, no curse, no lingering darkness can penetrate what was just sealed in the spirit. Your home is marked now, your bed, holy ground, your heart, protected, your purpose, reactivated. You might be tempted to share this message with someone. That's fine, but remember, not everyone is ready. Some messages aren't meant to be explained, they're meant to be felt. So before you share, soak in this moment. Let yourself be the living testimony. Let your peace, your glow, your healing be the evidence. Let others ask you, what changed? And when they do, you'll smile and say, I opened a message from God, and everything changed. You did it. You listened. You believed. You stayed. And now, you're free. Archangel Michael will stay close in the days ahead. You may not always feel him, but he's there, watching, listening, guarding. And if you ever start to drift again, if life becomes too loud, or the fear creeps back in, come back to this message. Reread it. Let it remind you of tonight. Let it realign your soul with heaven's light. Because once heaven speaks, it never unspeaks. Once the angels come, they don't leave empty-handed. Once God touches you, something in you is forever awakened. So sleep in peace, beloved child. Heaven is near, and all is well. Yes, beloved, we're still here, and that matters more than you know, because each second you continue to stay in this divine space, your spirit gets louder, clearer, and more aligned with what heaven has been waiting to pour into you. Archangel Michael hasn't left your side for a moment. He's watching, still standing, still waiting, still guarding. The angels assigned to your life have been rejoicing every time your heart whispers, maybe, just maybe, this is real. And let me tell you, it is. It's more real than the distractions of this world. More real than your fears, more real than anything that's ever tried to make you doubt your worth. You're not broken, you're being rebuilt. The version of you that struggled to survive is slowly stepping back, and the version of you that was born to thrive is rising. Tonight marks the beginning of that shift. It doesn't matter what you see in the mirror. It doesn't matter what they said about you. What matters is what heaven knows about you. And heaven calls you chosen. Heaven calls you protected. Heaven calls you mine. You have no idea how many prayers have been building around you. Some from your own lips, others from the lips of people who loved you and are now in the spiritual realm, still lifting your name up in light. There's been a divine covering over your life since the day you were born. You weren't supposed to survive certain storms. You weren't supposed to bounce back from certain heartbreaks. But you did. Because angels stepped in. Because grace surrounded you. Because your purpose is too sacred to be lost. Tonight, that purpose gets reignited. That flame that once flickered because of pain, it's blazing now. Can you feel it? It's a warmth in your chest. It's a calm in your thoughts. It's a divine breath whispering, keep going. We're not done yet. That voice, that's the voice of the Spirit. That presence, that's the peace that only heaven can bring. And you don't have to work for it. You just have to receive it. Let go of needing to know how it will all unfold. Let go of trying to fix everything overnight. Just rest in this moment. Trust that something holy is being sown into your life, thread by thread, breath by breath. And it's already happening. Even if you don't see it yet, your soul knows. Your dreams will begin to shift. You'll feel less afraid. You'll feel strangely safe. And when you wake tomorrow, the world may look the same, but you won't. Because now, you're spiritually aware. Now, you're covered in light. You'll start noticing small divine alignments. You'll think of someone, and they'll message you. You'll hear a song that matches your exact emotion. You'll open a door and suddenly feel something lift. That's not coincidence. That's divine confirmation. That's heaven walking with you into your new chapter. Tonight, that purpose gets reignited. That flame that once flickered because of pain, it's blazing now. Can you feel it? It's a warmth in your chest. It's a calm in your thoughts. It's a divine breath whispering, "Keep going. We're not done yet." That voice, that's the voice of the Spirit. That presence, that's the peace that only heaven can bring. And you don't have to work for it. You just have to receive it. Let go of needing to know how it will all unfold. Let go of trying to fix everything overnight. Just rest in this moment. Trust that something holy is being sown into your life, thread by thread, breath by breath. And it's already happening. Even if you don't see it yet, your soul knows. Your dreams will begin to shift. You'll feel less afraid. You'll wake with a quiet sense of calm that is hard to explain, as if something inside has settled into place. The world around you will feel familiar, yet your inner perspective will begin to shift in subtle but meaningful ways. You may notice moments that feel strangely aligned, like thoughts and events meeting at just the right time, or emotions being reflected back to you through simple experiences like music, conversations, or small daily encounters. These moments can feel like gentle reminders that you are not moving through life alone, but supported by something greater than your doubts. Over time, the voice that once made you question your worth begins to lose its strength, replaced by a growing sense of clarity and self-trust. You start to feel more open, more steady, and more connected to the life you are stepping into. The heaviness you once carried begins to loosen, making space for peace, courage, and self-acceptance. There is a quiet transformation happening within you, one that does not need force or fear, only patience and awareness. As you move forward, even ordinary days may feel different, carrying small signs of reassurance and direction. Let yourself breathe through it, releasing old tension, and welcoming a lighter state of being. What once felt uncertain slowly turns into understanding, and what felt distant begins to feel within reach. You are not becoming someone new, but remembering who you have always been beneath.